All right, burgeoning viewers, one quick note for you. A subscriber a day in October. If we hit 31 subscribers in 31 days, one lucky subscriber will walk away with the entire Modern Horizons art card series. Additionally, a comment a day. Any subscriber that leaves a comment in every video posted by MTG Burgeoning during the month of October will become eligible for the November Pack Wars. On November 1st, a list of all subscribers that left a comment on every MTG Burgeoning video during the month of October will be compiled, and from this list, one subscriber will be randomly chosen to participate in the November Pack Wars. So hope for peace, but prepare for war. What's up, MTG Burgeoning community and YouTube viewers? If you are part of the former and wish to join the latter, click that subscribe button now. In today's Top 10s Day Wednesday video, we are going to look at the top 10 slivers that are under a buck. Hello everybody, welcome back. MTG Burgeoning is here, and in today's top 10 video we are going to look at the top 10 slivers that cost less than a buck as per TCG Player market price. That's right folks, the top 10 slivers that are under a buck. Alright, so let's get this party started. We are going to go all the way back to the beginning of the Sliver tribe, and that means we're going back to Tempest for number 10. The Clot Sliver. For 1 and a black, we got a 1/1 sliver that says each sliver gains, tap 2, regenerate this creature. Now that's not extremely powerful when you have to invest 2 mana. However, including the Hearthstone reduces that cost by just 1. And back in the time during Tempest, Hearthstone was the preferred artifact to run in sliver decks because it did lessen that effect. I mean, now we have the blue enchantment that costs 1 blue. I can't remember it. It's in my sliver deck, in my EDH commander deck. I can't remember what it is, but you can let me know in the comment section below. So Clot Sliver, number 10, under a buck. Staying at Tempest, we go to number 9 with the Winged Sliver. For 1 and a blue, we got a 1/1 sliver. All slivers gain flying. Of course, this sliver became, I guess we should say, outdated once the Gale Rider sliver was developed and put out there. For just 1 blue, he gave sliver creatures we control flying. But still, Winged Sliver, redundancy for evasion is never a bad thing in a tribal deck like Slivers. And for under a buck, it's even better. So Winged Sliver is in there at number 9. All right, number 8, we're going to jump ahead a few sets to the most recent iteration of the Sliver tribe, and that was back in Modern Horizons. And here we have Cleaving Sliver. 3 in a red, we got a 2/2 sliver that gives sliver creatures we control +2/+0. So far we're starting to amass a regenerating, flying, power-buffed Sliver tribe. And our first red one. So Grixis colors aside, our next trip down Sliver Lane takes us to Core Set 2014 to not necessarily reprint the Muscle Sliver and not necessarily reprint the Sinew Sliver, but to create an entirely different sliver that provides the same ability for a lot less from the wallet. And that's Predatory Sliver. 1 in a green for a 1/1 sliver. Sliver creatures we control get +1/+1. It does what Muscle Sliver does way back from Tempest. It does what Sinew Sliver does from Planar Chaos, I think it was. Not, if I said Future Sight earlier, that was a typo. I think it was from Planar Chaos, because that was the color shifting set. So Sinew Sliver Sinew Sliver gives the +1/+1 like Muscle Sliver does. And then Predatory Sliver does the same thing. But Predatory Sliver is under a buck, so that's why it makes this top 10 list. All right, so to complete our color pie, we're going to introduce a white sliver, and we're going to stick with Core Set 2014 and introduce the Sentinel Sliver. For 1 and a white, we get a 2/2 Sliver that gives Sliver creatures we control vigilance. Very good. So we got a black, a blue, a red, a green, and a white. So we're putting together quite the Sliver color pie. All budget, all 5 of them. All right, those are the bottom 5. So we got 5 more to work with. So here we go, folks. Number 5. And this time we are going to go with the Quick Sliver. For 1 and a green, we got a 1/1 Sliver that we may cast anytime we could play an instant, which means flash, and any player may play Sliver cards anytime he or she could play an instant. So, of course, this Sliver predates the keywording of flash, and if it were to be reprinted, it would say Quick Sliver has flash, and any player may cast Sliver cards as though they had flash. So Quick Sliver is in at number 5. All right, number 4, we go back to Core Set 2014, and here we have the Striking Sliver. For just a red, we get a 1/1, and Sliver creatures we control have first strike. Back during the days of Tempest, there was a white Sliver called Talon Sliver that also provided Slivers with first strike. Differences here is that the white Sliver cost 1 and a white, where the Striking Sliver only costs a red. Additionally, that during the days of Tempest is when they still thought of Slivers as the hive mind tribe, giving all Slivers a particular category. And once we got to Magic 24, or once we got to Core Set 2014, they changed the Sliver tribe from all Slivers to just Sliver creatures we control. But still, just for 1 red, Striking Sliver is a good addition to a Sliver deck, and cheaper. All right, so we are going back to Tempest for number 3, and we have the Heart Sliver. 1 and a red. Slivers are unaffected by summoning sickness. Now, for all of the newbies out there who have been just getting into Magic recently, you'll understand this to be all Slivers have haste, because back during the days of Tempest, similar to where we were with Quick Sliver, Heart Sliver's existence predated the keywording of the term haste. So to indicate haste, a creature was unaffected by summoning sickness. So Heart Sliver is a fantastic addition, and still surprising that it's under $1. Since the time of the Sliver's creation, there have been multiple other Slivers that provide other Slivers haste, but none of them are as cheap, both mana-wise and cost-wise, as the Heart Sliver. All right, here we go. Number 2, we go to Plated Sliver. For just 1 white, all Slivers get +0/+1. So we get a nice toughness boost on a Sliver that only costs 1 white. And that's pretty good by me. Not much more to say about that. +0/+1. All right, and here we have the number 1 Sliver that's under $1. And we're going to Time Spiral, and we're going to show off the Shadow Sliver. For 2 and a blue, we got a 1/1 Sliver that gives all Slivers Shadow. Now, again, in hearkening back to any of the players and fans of Magic out there that are more recent to the game and may not know what Shadow is, Shadow was a mechanic that was introduced in Tempest, came back during the Time Spiral Future Sight Planar Chaos block, and what it is that they can block or be blocked by only creatures with Shadow. So if our Slivers have Shadow, our opponents cannot block them unless their creatures have Shadow. Now, here's the sticking point, is if our creatures have Shadow, we can't block our opponent's creatures unless they have Shadow. So you got to be sure when you cast this Sliver, giving all your other Slivers Shadow, you want to make sure you're going in for the game winner, because if not, we're not going to be able to block unless we can get the Shadow Sliver off the battlefield. But still, for budgetary constraints, pretty much giving our Slivers unblockable by including Shadow Sliver in a build, very valuable. And all 10 of these Slivers, folks, are under $1. And that's it. That is MTG Burgeoning's 10 Slivers that are under $1. go forth. Enjoy your day. Want to become a Pack Wars combatant? 4 easy steps. Step number 1. Click on the link below in the description or go to www.buymeacoffee.com/MTG Burgeoning. Step number 2. Select either membership or support. Membership will enroll you into Pack Wars for $5 each month. Support will cost $5 for 1 month. Step number 3, complete payment information. The name you use will appear on the site. Use your real name, use your YouTube handle, or use no name at all and be anonymous. Be sure to include your email address in the information. Step number 4, most importantly, prepare for war.